I got the spirit, I got the spirit.
God is gracious.
I got the spirit. I got the spirit.
God
spiritual
is gracious, humble.
I got the spirit. I got the spirit. I got the spirit.
All right. So I picked up a gentleman today from the airport, and after talking with him, I discovered he was a truck driver. He was out of Tampa and coming down to get his truck, and he took me way out in West Miami, so it was all off into this dirt road. But I had him for a good amount of time and to have a conversation with him. So, you know, he's telling me about his life and the challenges that he's going through, and, you know, just hard times, and it's really been, you know, sad. So this man, I get into him, I just asked him, I said, do you go to church? And he goes, yes. I said, no, and I said, are you a Christian? He goes, no, I'm Catholic. And I was like, okay, that's good. And I said, so started talking to me. He sounded like he was a really devoted Catholic. And then I asked him if he read his Bible. He says no. And I said, oh, okay. I do know that the Catholic Church, the priest doesn't teach you how to read the Bible. He goes, yeah. I said, right? And I said, they just repeat a certain thing every time, and they get the congregation to repeat. He's like, yeah. I said, do you know that God wants us to be reading the Bible every day? And he's like, really? I said, yeah. I said, because his word is living and breathing. And this is his sword, is a protection. And he's like, I didn't know that. And I said, yeah. I said, that's because your priest doesn't teach you about that. And if you read the Bible every day, then you're going to have a different understanding about what God has for you. And so I also went into talking to him about the Catholic Church, about, you know how they ask you